A hush fell over the entire church. The white flowers seemed to have withered, the expressions on the guests' faces were filled with shock and sorrow, and my best friend stood alone in his wedding suit. Just moments earlier, he had been about to celebrate the happiest day of his life. But one phone call changed everything. The bride was gone forever. It felt as if time had frozen, and I knew that the next few seconds would change both of our lives forever. If you believe in kindness, true relationships, and second chances, please take a moment to like this video, leave a comment, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Aram and I had been best friends since childhood. We went to the same school, shared the same dreams, celebrated each other's successes, and stood by one another through every hardship. He always found joy in making others happy. When he got engaged, I had never seen him so excited. Every day he talked about the future, his new home, and how his life was finally coming together. But fate had written a very different story. On the wedding day, the church was filled with people. Smiles surrounded every corner, soft music echoed through the hall, and everyone waited for the bride to arrive. Then suddenly, a message appeared. The bride wrote that she could not go through with the wedding. She had fallen in love with someone else and was leaving forever. In a single moment, celebration turned into heartbreak. The guests looked at each other in silence. Some lowered their heads, others whispered in disbelief, but no one had the words to mend Aram's shattered heart. It was the first time I had ever seen my strongest friend completely broken. There were not only tears in his eyes, but the remains of every dream he had carefully built over the years. At that moment, I realized that sometimes people do not need comforting words. They simply need one sincere person willing to stand beside them when everyone else walks away. Slowly, I began walking toward him. My own legs trembled because I had no idea what was about to happen. All I knew was that I could never leave my best friend alone during the darkest moment of his life. My heart was filled with nothing but loyalty, compassion, and the unbreakable friendship that had connected us since childhood. Then I did something no one in the church expected. The entire hall fell silent. Some people stared at me in disbelief. Others wiped away tears. For the first time, many realized that true love is not limited to romance. It also exists wherever one human being chooses to carry another person's pain as if it were their own. My intention was never to shock the world. I simply wanted my best friend to know that he was not alone. Life can take everything away in a single moment, but if even one genuine person stands beside you, hope can be born again. Aram looked at me, and for the first time since the heartbreaking message, a small spark of hope appeared in his eyes. He understood that although his heart had been broken, his life was far from over. The months that followed were not easy. People talked behind our backs. Rumors spread, and many misunderstood our bond. But we ignored every judgment. Every day I encouraged him, took him outside, spent time with him, and reminded him that one terrible day should never define an entire life. Little by little, Aram began smiling again. He revived the dreams he had once abandoned, started his own business, and slowly regained his confidence. I watched with my own eyes how a completely broken man could become strong again when just one true friend refused to leave his side. A few years later, fate knocked on his door once again. He met a wonderful woman who saw him not through the lens of his painful past but through the strength of his character. She understood his silence, healed the wounds hidden deep inside his heart, and reminded him that everyone deserves a second chance. This time, the wedding was simple, yet the happiness they shared carried a peace that no grand celebration could ever match. As I watched them together, I realized that sometimes life breaks us only to guide us towards something far better. If the bride had never left him that day, he might never have met the woman who truly valued him for who he was. Before this story ends, we have one special request. Please leave a comment and tell us, if you had been in that church, would you have stood beside your best friend the way I did? Life tests us again and again, but after every storm, a new sunrise is waiting. The people who never let go of our hand during our darkest moments are life's greatest treasures. Love is not only about staying together during happy times, it is about becoming someone's strength when they are at their weakest. Never make fun of a broken heart, because sometimes a single act of kindness has the power to change someone's life forever. If this story touched your heart, please like this video, share it with your friends, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more emotional and inspiring stories.